Okay, welcome everyone for the weekly call in Lifestyle Car Flipper community. So I'm gonna answer all your Q&A that you submitted. Let me see how many questions we have. Some questions from the last week. Okay, so we have two questions. Okay, two, it's enough. So the question is from Matthew. He says that he stumbled across the insurance auto auction lot. So that's the number. It looks like it fits some of your criteria. I'd love to see another example of what you would pay, estimate for repairs, potentially resell it, much like you did last week with the Camaro. Okay, so let's do it. So that's the lot number and that's the car. So actually the lot was already sold yesterday, but we can still figure out was it a good deal or not good. And I see it's only was $25. Actually, let me try to uh, so actually, no, it didn't. So I get like the high bid wasn't enough. So we see the auction record one. So it's already didn't get the money like somebody wanted. I guess the insurance company, Geico in this case. So they put it for sale again. So the current bid is the starting bid from the last week. So it's $850. With all the fees, it's $1,700. So let's see. So last week I showed you Camaro, and I showed you my new project that I recently purchased, just to show you how I do these kind of cars. It's a 2020 Chrysler 300. So you see, it has kind of like a front end damage. It says front end damage here. Wheel is missing, and the reason I like this kind of damage is because lots of people scared of buying this kind of cars. They see like, oh my God, there is no wheel. How are we gonna move it? Actually, that's the valid part because to move this vehicle is pretty tough. You need a forklift, or you need some kind of means of like a tow truck to unload it. So it gets complicated. Even though like I was moving to the body shop, I work with them like all the time. They still had issues unloading it, and it was like 200 extra for me to unload it. But okay, it's like 200 extra to unload it, but it's worth it. So let's see how Buick Regal is similar to these cars. So as you see, the wheel isn't intact. Okay, so it looks good. And what I like from some insurance companies, you can see their writings on the car. So like here you see the X. X means you need to replace it. So it's completely gone. So, and again, I mean, in some situations we can reuse the parts even though they marked X. The ones I see here, definitely it's not going to be able to fix it. So this fender, for example, is gone completely, so we need to replace it. For the bumper part, I'm not really sure. It's a plastic, so you can glue it, you can do all this stuff to it, so maybe you can save it, not sure. The hood, it's gone completely. Then you don't have like a headlight. You see the grill is broken. What I don't like about these particular accidents, it's kind of like a real front end damage. So when it happens, you usually have a, not in all cases, but usually you have frame damage. Then there are lots of plastic pieces inside under the hood that needs to be replaced. And these plastic pieces, pretty expensive. Let's see. So from this side, you see like over here, they actually put right here, you see the arrows. So arrows means you don't need to replace it, but the gap, they try to point, there is a like different gap right here than on the other side. So it happened because after the accident happened, so the car got slammed, like, so it was, pressurized on this angle. So it needs to be straightened out. So it is a frame issue. Okay, so it needs to be on the frame machine, and it needs to be straightened up before you fix it. So when you do this, the gaps between the panels are going to be correct. Otherwise, like over here, the front door is going to be trouble opening up. So when you try to open the door, it's going to be like, because it's going to be like against the fender. All right. I mean, like I know, like in the lots of car flipping communities, especially in the United States, nobody cares about this kind of stuff. Like and it also depends. What are you planning to do with this car? If you're planning to fix it properly, that's one thing. If you fix it cheap as possible, you don't really care about that stuff. Like then the price is important factor. So let's see what they have here. So. I don't really know what they would drop. Probably need to take it out to see what's wrong, but I don't see anything wrong on that side. This looks good. The good thing, like airbags intact, that's the big thing. Everything is fine on the driver. Driver's seat, passenger seat is good. I don't see any side airbag deployed, so it's also pretty good. Let's get closer look here. So you see they show like the plasticky part needs to be gone. Like this grill, you probably can save it. It's tough to say. Okay, what else? So we see it started. It's in start position. I don't see any warnings whatsoever, which is good. It just says that change engine oil soon. On the back, it looks good. Just needs like a little bit of cleaning. And that's the under the hood part. So let's see. So that's where you need to be extremely careful when you inspect it. Every part of it. I mean, I think engine position is okay. Nothing really wrong. So try to see, like, I see like a little bent part right here, you see? That's probably from the accident. There's plastic pieces right here is broken. That's the plastic. Uh, yeah, you see, it needs to be right here and it's on top, so it's broken. So when you're gonna change this part, uh, I'm not sure, like, it's difficult to say by this one photo. But okay, we're gonna figure out. So the first thing, I mean, it's not a bad car. They say like the retail price is $14,000. So that's the first thing we need to verify. Like when I showed you last time, there's 6 simple steps, right? We actually can copy it to my new document, and we're gonna put it 2018 Buick Regal. Okay. So I'm going to remove all these pieces because it's going to be new. It's going to be completely new. Okay, retail value. We have some. Okay, here we go. So let's do it. So we're going to start with the estimate retail value. So, I go to, let's do cars.com. We're going to go to Buick. We're going to go to Regal. Let's see, where is that? Right here. I'm going to look for 2018. So let's see specifically. Oh, is it like Regal? It doesn't even have like 2000. Buick Regal. They don't even have it. Okay, so let's see. We have. Let's do this. Regal. Okay, 400 of them. And we have. So which one we have? Let's see. I'm not really familiar with this one. It says it's preferred. Preferred. It has 2.0 liter. Tough, like I'm not really. Is it the same car? It is the same car, right? But so this 2012. That's kind of old. It shows me 2017 as the latest one. That's weird. Okay. And then we have 60,000 miles. Let's do that. Gonna do 60,000 or less. Okie dokie. So we're gonna do cheapest first. Okay. It's a different car. Is it really Regal? Because like look at the tail lights. It's different. I mean, little awkward moment because this is a previous one. This is a newer one. And, guys, but I mean, we can take a look at it that 17 is at $14,000. So this one is also like estimated at $14,000. So they call it Sportback. Okay, here we go. So the newer one, it's not Regal actually. So let me uncheck that one. So you see, it needs to be like a little bit of research since I don't really do. Yeah, let's do Regal Sportback. Here we go. Okay, and now we have preferred. Okay, so that's important. Okay, and that's 2018. Perfect. Okay, so I found this car. Yoo-hoo! It calls Regal Sportback. So that's the part, the good we found it. We know it's a preferred, like I check the trim right here, preferred. That's important because every trim is different. And we're just gonna check this one. Okay, so let's see. So it starts from $14,000. All right, and lower miles, probably it's a salvage as well. Let's see what it says about this car. Keyless entry, they don't say much, but at least one accident, a damage reported. So it's probably same type of. Oh yeah, look at this, guys. You see right here, this part of plastic, it's gone. So it probably was at Copart. Actually, we can check if this car was at Copart. We can copy the VIN. I can go to AutoStat and let me try to log in really quickly. Okay, boom, I'm back. I'm just gonna search it. Yeah, guys, here we go. We found the car. So it was a flood damage. It won't start, not run and drive, 32,000 miles. It was from USA. The reserve was at 7,400, and they bought it for a really good price at $4,000. So they purchased the car. Let's see how the photos. And you see, like it's amazing that oh wow. So these, I mean, wipers, they didn't even fix the wipers. They just put it as is. Did it even start? 37,000? I don't know if the guys even did something. That was like a sticker. They just took it off and they tried to sell it right away. Wow. Guys don't do any kind of work on this car. Wow. They just put it for sale right away. So, I mean, it looks decent. It's not start, and the story is unknown. It's impossible to know. But you see, they purchased for $4,000 with the fees. Let's say, assume they're licensed, $5,000. They're making like a killing. When they sell it, they want to make like $8,000, guys. That's like a lesson how to car flip, being a car dealer. You buy it corporate, buy flat damage car and sell it for huge profit. So guys, for me, it's a sign that, I mean, when we're gonna go for sale, we're gonna target 13.5 with the salvage title, and ours is way better than flat damage because I actually prefer this. Flat damage is difficult to sell, honestly. When I was saying flat, nobody believes it's decent flat. Like I said, like it's a minor, like nothing was wrong. Nobody believes it. Nobody believes it. When they think it's a flat damage, they probably Google it, flat damage car, and they kind of see probably these kind of images. When the car is completely gone, kind of like that, and nobody wants to buy it. So that's why even sometimes, like you see like a really decent flat damage, it's run and drive. You actually go to the auction, you verify it, but then it's really difficult to sell. So this one is better. So I'm gonna put that the actually this target sell price range. I'm gonna put here 13.5 plus minus. Retail value, as we see it from examples like that, it's probably in 17,000 range. Okay, so it's a 17,000 range for it's expensive car. I mean, yeah, Buick. It's not popular, so it's a very niched vehicle. It needs to find its own kind of like customer for that. It's not Honda Civic. It's not Honda Accord. It's not Toyota Camry, right? It's a very specific car. So when we targeted 13.5, from $17,000, we know that the 20% discount is 3,400. When we're talking about 30% discount, we're talking about $5,100. So $5,000. So when I say like 13.5, ideally we're looking to get $12,000. So that's my target when I'm gonna sell this car. And putting this kind of money up front to actually do a car flip, I'd say my total right away needs to be under $10,000. Under $10,000. Okay. So let's talk about this car. We don't know about the purchase price and shipping yet, since we didn't purchase the car. So we're gonna go and try to estimate how much is gonna be repaired. Honestly, like by looking at this car, I would estimate repairs, if done correctly, guys, gonna be around $4,000. It means you need to replace the hood, you need to replace the fender, you need to replace the bumper, you need to replace the grille, you need to replace the headlight, you need to replace suspension, you need to do the paint job. Okay, the paint job you can do like $1,000 right away, and then parts, I'd assume $1,500, so $2,500, and then some extra stuff. Again, estimating part, the easiest one I do, I don't go like specific to some websites. The easiest one is to search eBay. So I'm gonna put Buick Regal 2018 hood, and let's just get like a ballpark value if I can find anything for this. So we see like there's the whole front end. I mean, I don't really need it, but it's at $5,000. It's the whole. If the whole car is a mess, you can get it. So not. I think I misspelled it. How do you put it? Regal like that. Regal 2008 hood. So you see, not a popular car. And that's my problem when I told you it's a very niched vehicle. People just don't buy it to part out. So the next thing, you just click search. I'm looking for only genuine Buick parts. So I'm gonna go and search for new parts, guys. I mean, I'm not gonna spend lots of time looking for it. We can put the VIN number here. That's good. They have VIN decoder. We're gonna copy it here. We're gonna enter here. So here we go. So now we need body parts. So let's see body, that's the one we need. And I'm gonna look for the hood. We have front door, okay, hood and components. So that's number one. Oh, not for sale, guys. Okay, that demonstration is a little bit involved than I expect, but it's not for sale. Holy moly. So let's do another one, get used parts. I cannot, okay, let's see, get used parts. What is that? They removed it? They were still used parts. Okay. I think they changed a bit. So it's a little bit involved, guys. Buick is not that easy to find. I mean, I see like for the older cars, there are lots of parts. But okay, if we do hood, there's nothing. Let's see fender. So this is older. You see, it's not gonna fit us. Not gonna fit us. Yeah, it is tough, guys. It is tough. So you probably need to go to a official dealer and search there. So I need 2018. You see this newer one? That's okay. So that's the two of them. That's a Chinese one. Like if you replace both of them, here we go. We have the LED. Yes, Regal Sportback. That's the one we're looking for. Passenger side. Okay, I found it. So this one is a $90. Okay, so at least like headlight is difficult. I know the parts are not expensive for this car, but I didn't expect it's going to be tough to find it. Let's see if I find. Come on, I should look. So that's an older ones. 2018 Buick Regal hood. No result. Yeah, a little bit of complicated. So let's do again. So that's the body. Let's see, body. You guys caught me off guard. Fender. Let's see the fender and components. Can we buy at least fender? Number one. Okay, so front passenger side, not for sale as well. But we see at least the driver's side is at $300, MSRP for 25. Unfortunately, when you see situations like that, you probably need to go and buy from the dealer, and you're gonna pay full MSRP price. That sucks. So I'm gonna put fender at $500. Hood, I believe, is gonna be at $1,000 because I don't even see it. But what we can do, let's do like one more trick, guys. Let's do the hood. It says not available, but we can copy this part, and I can search like that. Here we go. Huh? You see, I found it. So I found the part. So I see the original one is 882. Good, I found it. So I was right at around $1,000. With let's see what else, 870. So that's the good way. You see, like I actually have found the good website. I remember like I used them. Let's see. And they have it in stock. Yeah, GM Parts Giant. I remember like I used to buy on this website. So it has it 882. MSRP is 1,300. So good. We found it. So plus shipping. So I put $1,000. Okay, I was right. Let's do the fender. Okay, we finally found. So you see by the number, you can always search for it. When there is not available, I can search other websites. Good. 280. Okay, $300. Okay. We can search for, I mean, headlight we found for 150. We can see the bumper. You see, I can use this website already because I have like bumper. So front components, I have their numbers at least. Not for sale as well on this website, but we're gonna search here. So with shipping for $100, that's gonna be, we just need to paint it. Bumper for $100. So I put like paint. How many panels? 1, 2, 3 panels plus the blend. Around $1,000. But I know like you guys can do it way cheaper. Okay, so what else we need to do? Some like plasticky side. Let me see if it has any. But you see when it like the whole bumper, like this piece number 5, trim bezel. On this photo, they marked that it needs to be gone. You see right here. So even though if you really need to replace it, it's another for like $80 right here. And then you have like this, like also nuts, screws, small parts you probably need to, not really sure. And you can actually go and look for it, you know, like interior trims, all that stuff, you can find it. Let's see what else you have. Okay. I mean, it's gonna be a little bit over 30 minutes. I just want to see like my thought process. And this car I'm not familiar, so again. But then yeah, you can get it. Let's see what else. Grill components. Let's find the grill components. So there's number one, again, $400. That's the one. If it's broken. This piece, when it sits on it, just $100. I'm not sure if you really need to replace it, but maybe, maybe not. And again, from this bumper, you can reuse multiple components. Like, all the plastic stuff, you can reuse it. You need some brackets, plastic stuff. Let's see the headlight. I'm not gonna look for a headlight, so we don't really need body. I think it's gonna be an electrical head, fog lamps, headlamp components. So you see some plasticky piece, brackets probably need, but it's extremely cheap. And so it's number one. It's a brand new 550. Like we found used. Okay, I think that's pretty much it. So we have 300, let's say 500, 1500, 1900, 3000. I'd say another 1000 extra. You need to detail it, you need to wash it. Let's do, okay, for this, let's do like 1500. So we have, so total repairs, as I told you before I even started, just based on experience, I have a feeling it's going to be $4,000. If somebody tells you it's 8,000, just run away. So from 4,000 to 4,500, that's my target. And then the purchase price. You see, like we want to buy it with tax. Again, let's put, I mean, if you buy it 500, 5,000, like it's not much. Let's put 700 here. So, the target is like 9,300 with repairs. If we take 993 minus, so we have it at 4,900 with fees plus shipping. Okay, so we go here, depends where you live. Where is the car? It's in New York. I don't know, maybe like $500 we're gonna put for shipping. So I'm gonna put shipping 500. Now we need to figure out the price. So if we buy this car and we sell like bid to win, it's out like, let's say $3,000. Like that's the price, like we have right here. You can target it. So it's going to be 443 with fees. So 43 with fees. If we buy it at 3,000, bid equals. So total 49. Okay, so that's my target. That's repairs, and you probably can get it cheaper, especially if you find like a good body shop that's not going to charge you like a fortune, and you probably can search for used parts as well. Like I did like a quick one. I found new parts, but if used ones, the hood is going to be like half the price, fender is going to be the half the price. You actually can fix it like in around $25,000-$3,000 range. But I'm talking about just like you don't know much going here. So let me see. So 49 plus 4,000, or it matches here. Tax matches 10,000. Okay, so here we go. We got your bid, $3,000. So try. I mean, I'd say like it's really good price at 3,000. Even if you get it like even cheaper, that's going to be even better, right? But if you listen to the video of the engine, it's running fine, no problem. I also don't see like much issues here. Besides, like if you want to really straighten up, it's not going to be very expensive as well, but you can, like pull it. Maybe some suspension issue here when it's a front end damage, like it's probably some like lower control arm can be bent, like so. But we put like extra money towards it. So I think targeted at this $10,000 is very good. Again, it's not a popular car, but if you like it, again, the good part, you buying the car all totally for $10,000 when it retails at $17,000. So you get like a huge discount. You can drive this car for a year, 2 years, and then sell it and break even. Isn't it great? Just like thinking about that. But if you're thinking about car flipping, yeah, I mean, if you're gonna get it like at 25, if you do it way cheaper, if you get the like total price under $9,000, gonna give you way more leverage. I mean, sorry, it took a little bit to answer this question. I didn't prepare, but at least like you saw the whole thought process. Okay, and the final question is from Alberto. What's the difference between car flipper and car dealer? What best? Oh, okay, that's a good question. Let me open. So, I mean, what separates them? I mean, car flipping. Let me actually do. I'm gonna stop sharing. Just you guys gonna see me. What's the difference? I mean, car flipper is a side hustle. You do it being as a private person, okay? You do this for fun. I called myself lifestyle car flipper because I was buying car, I was enjoying driving it, and then like I was selling it to make a profit. And when I done it a couple times, I mean, like wow, I can make like a side money from being employed 9 to 5, and for me it was great. So I flipped at at the most around 15 cars per year. I could do five myself, five my friend, five my ex-girlfriend back in the day. So it was like around 15 cars. And it was fun. Like every month I had a project, side hustle. It was really fun. When you becoming a car dealer, you become in a business. You become a business owner. You become your own employee, right? I mean, and you do this. I mean, there is no way to cheat the system. There is no way to do illegal stuff. You cannot wash the title. You cannot do all these other things car flippers do. You buy the car under your car dealer name. You don't pay registration fee. You don't pay any taxes. You can put your dealer plate on it. When you fix it, you can also drive it. And when you sell it, like you have that, like when we have uh, for like I mean you need to find like a broker to buy it. You need to find you need to pay taxes. That's an extra 10%, and this 10% goes into your pocket. I mean it's pretty good. And then okay, when you have a business, you have of course your gross profit. When you sell the car, you have like the difference, it's your gross profit. But you can also do expenses. You have business expenses. And the best part, the reason I started this call like way earlier today, because I'm gonna go on a business conference, okay? And that's where it's like my business expenses kicks in. So like hotel, the ticket to the conference, like meals I'm gonna eat, Uber I'm gonna take there. It's all paid from business. So I have a business card, okay, and that's it. My American Express is gonna pay for that, and then it's your expenses. You can leverage this a lot. I mean, I traveled business class for free for the last, what is it already, 4 years and 2 years, 6 years. So I mean, you leverage the whole system, and it's a different game. I mean, you probably need to do it full time, and car flipping allows you to do it part time. So that's why I say like it's perfect to start as the car flipper first. You see if it works for you, even though the margin is going to be smaller. It shows you the traction. Can you do this? Are you profitable? Okay. Do you enjoy the process? And once you do this on consistent basis and you see like, oh wow, I actually start making money, then you can start thinking about becoming a car dealer. It's not very involved. The process is pretty straightforward. I have really good course about how I started my car dealership in California, how I started in Florida. I don't pay a fortune. And even if you flip like one car per month, you can, break even. And then you see like you like it, you don't like it, and then you can always uh, you know, like you can always go way bigger on it. And the thing is, when I started my car dealership, I wasn't a fan of, having like a lot with all the different cars. I'm not a fan of having like a floor plan, meaning you have like a debt. The bank You buy the cars from the auction and then you finance them. And then if you don't sell them in 60 days, you have to pay interest, and then the value of the car drops. It's involved game. Okay, that's why I prefer lifestyle car dealer when I didn't have any stock. Like, and I was doing first export, and now I have my website Cars for Beast and Cars from West. When I sell cars from auto auctions directly, I'm being a broker. And that's even better because I can do wherever I want. I don't have like a lot. I don't have to worry about that. I don't need any salesman. I don't have any stock. Zero. I mean, I have 5, 6 cars on any given day because we do buy back our customers' car. Some I fix myself, like I showed you. Like Chrysler 300. It was Chevy Camaro, and other cars we just resell it right away. When we buy them, we sell it at the auctions. So I don't keep any stock at my places, okay? And that allows me to work from anywhere I want. It allows my lifestyle, and it's just amazing, okay? But it's a huge difference. Think of it as the private party and then a business owner. And yeah, I mean, if you can leverage like the business part, and like it becomes like really interesting game. Because for me, when I was doing side hustling, like on the side of my corporate job, I mean, it was a really good bonus. Okay, honestly, it was a really good bonus. I was making around 2-3 thousand extra per month on doing side hustling stuff, like doing everything legally. I never done anything illegally. So it was good. It paid for my vacations. It paid for my toys. It paid for my cars. It's actually money was going towards my cars mostly. So I was getting like better cars every time. Started like small, and then I was proceeding with like very, very, very nice cars that I enjoyed driving. Okay, so it was like all money was in cars. But business, I mean, it allowed me to go, first of all, from the just the guy who was employed to be my own boss, working my own hours. Like, don't have to get up, go to work. And I think the freedom part, it's the best part. Like, it's priceless. You cannot put a price tag on it. Like, and I used to go like working like 80 hours per week at the job I didn't actually like, for 3% pay raise on an annual basis. And within 2 years, when I started my business, I went full time on it. I started like thinking about it, like, just like hustling a lot, learning a lot, spending money on conferences, marketing, how to do this, how to do properly. In 2 years, I've done 1,300% increase in my salary. So whatever I used to make a year, I started making in a month. It wasn't simple, guys. It wasn't overnight. It was like through the period of 2 years. And I've repeated it many times. Like in 2022, we did lots of export cars. And the war started in Ukraine. And I had at that moment over 1,000 cars shipped. They were at the ocean. And by the end of 2022, I was negative 1.5 million in debt. And right now, fast forward to August 2024, first of all, business is debt free, and we generate 6 figures per month doing cars for Bit and Cars from West. So I've done it again. It takes around 2 years. Actually, this way was like shorter period of time because I had 1.5 millions I had to recoup. And yeah, I mean, by this January of 2024, I got debt free. So it took me a year and a half, and now, like, I could enjoy like really nice cars, enjoy like all the vacations I have, going to the business conference again, and that's the power of business. And these calls I do absolutely for free. I really enjoy giving back. I mean, whether people join it, people don't join it, some people will find this video, and I hope, like, I don't need like all of you, not many of you actually appreciate this free information, because it's just like the mindset and mentality of poor people stays with lots of you guys. And the first part is just like actually bringing your mindset to the new level. That's the hardest part. breaking this poor mentality. Start thinking as the business owner. Start thinking not like how I can cheat this system, but how I can actually hack this system, do everything legally, and actually benefit from it. I think that's the biggest, right? And the only thing you can learn it is just by following somebody's footprint. I mean, some blueprint. You need to have some blueprint. You have some people being there. If five of your friends doing illegal stuff, like doing car flipping illegally, that's not the guys you want to hang out if you want to do a 6 figures per month. That's not it. So you need to find people in this industry who's done it before you and learn from them. Not so much strategically. It's pretty simple. I show it to you in all my free stuff. It's mostly how you think, how you process mental stuff, how you act towards if something went really bad, how you deal with that stuff. That's the most important stuff. Oh well, my monologue is over, so that's it for today. Thank you everyone who watched me. If it was beneficial to you, don't forget, do comment that you liked it. At least like I don't get like money for this. At least I get some love from you guys. That's I care about this as well. So and that's gonna motivate me to do these calls in the future. So I'm gonna get ready. I'm going to the nice business conference. I'm gonna learn mostly mindset. It's all about mindset. It's not about like the marketing and stuff. It's simple, but just like how do you grow yourself? How do you surround yourself with the proper people? And that's why I spend over $50,000 per year to be in the environment of people who make more money than I am. So right now I'm in a group with a guy who sold his last business for 9 figures. Guys, 9 figures, $150 million. And now he has a business he's building that he's planning to sell in 2 years for $500 million. That's just like mind blowing. But it changes the way I think about my business. I don't think about the cash flow month to month. I think how I can add the value to the platform that eventually I can sell. And it's a different business process and mentality. And I'm not doing any work with Cars for Bit and Cars from West because I have amazing team that's running these two businesses. I just like overlook it, and that's what I call lifestyle car dealer. Anyways, guys, if you have any questions, you can reach me out and join my calls, guys. Ask questions, be proactive. That gives results, real results in your life. Cheers.